fiery, wicked, stuck and star. Why? Ladies and gentlemen, remember in this audio, I am on Facebook Live doing it, and the phone have his own mind, so it's in and out and in and out and in and out. So some other record might be cut off here and cut off here. In this one, we'll talk about parents raising their children right. If you look at how you see the world and teach your children, make sure you're teaching your children the right way. But remember, when you was coming up as a child, your mother teach you the mistake that her mother and her father made. Understand? But she still comes and make mistake, same as the father. If the father did get training through the government, like military, the Air Force, and the police force, and all other area of life, get a little training how to raise children and how to carry themselves, they're going to teach it to you. Understand? If your father is from the military, your father going to teach you the military way. Understand that you might choose his way. But the thing I'm trying to get to you is the mistake your mother and your father make. You don't make the mistake like your mother and your father made, like I was saying. So if you have your child now, the best thing to do is focusing on telling them of the mistake that you make, so they don't make that mistake. Like, do not take this road. Some of the children is not going to listen to you. They're going to have to go out there and face the same experience that you didn't listen to your mom when your mom was telling you, or your father was telling you not to doing it. Understand? Or your guardians. You know, sometimes you grow up in a home where, you know, you're young and your mother tells you, don't do this, don't do that. We just still go ahead and do it. When you have your children, they're going to still take that road. Understand? So you have to have a way how to guide them so they do not take that road. So if you're from the ghetto, what will happen now? You're going to meet drugs dealer, robber, shooter, and killer throughout high schools and parties and college or wherever you are. Understand? You're going to meet few people along the way that did wrong, and you got to tell it to your children. Let them know what guns do, what drugs do, what robbing do, what stealing do. You know, and the best thing you could do for your children is to get the law and teach your children the law. Teach your children the law that they governing under. Like, so for example, let's say your son see he like gangster. You teach him what gangster do. Tell him what the level of it. Like, well, if you pick up a gun, you understand? He's going to tell you this is the time you're facing. If they're into drugs dealing, you know, give it to them. If they could read and write, go to the library or go to your computer, download the law, and then show them the felony law. If you get caught with a gun, this is a charge you will get. If you get charged with caught with a gun or drugs, this is what you get. If you catch into a fist fight, an altercation fight, and cops involved, this is what you will get. This is the time on the board. If you cut up someone, you gotta show them what will happen. You understand? If they go there stripping or dancing and doing anything that against the law, you gotta show them that, man. If you could like put that into the twine and the mix of it, then you will have a whole different level how to guide and how to protect yourself from that. You understand? Because remember they say the children is the so you have to teach them that, man. But one of the greatest thing anyone could ever do is to teach their children the law of the country. Understand? Because in every community or around the world, a lot of children go to school and catch into fight. So it's good for the parents who start teaching children them the law of the land. You know they don't teach them that in school. Nah, they'll teach them everything, but they don't tell them what narcotics crime do, or what drugs law do, what a fight do, or you understand? Me, when I say do, like what they will face in front of the judge if they violate the law, that if they get caught with the wrong way of a gun. Understand? These are some of the things you have to understand. So if you look at your life and your mother life and all the people around you, you teach them that level. Understand? And you got to teach children manners and respect their neighbor. You understand? To teach them the power of respect. Respect their teacher. Respect their pastor. Respect the police officer, the fire trucks, and the teachers. You understand? And how to conduct themselves. Because if you pass on your mind onto them, they will understand. But remember this now, your child can't learn it if you don't teach him. I notice some parents want their children to know it already, and no one teach them that. Remember, children are like a rose. Understand? If you do not grow them right, it will wither up and die. Understand? And what grow them right is the right knowledge. You got to feed the children the right knowledge. Right knowledge. If you do not feed them the right knowledge, they are going to go to another side. But on the other hand, you could be feeding your children the right knowledge, but they still do not take on to it and do not take the lesson you're giving onto them. Some of them have to go through the wrongdoing. A lot of parents have their children 15, 16 years old, and some of them even they turn 13 and they're shooting guns and going to the prison. Understand? And it's just a lot of things, and you got to start teaching children from early what drugs do to them. Because drugs destroy a lot of young people, and a lot of people don't realize that it's the teaching they get why it's like that. Because if you do not let them know the danger of it, they're going to fall into it. You got to put it in their mind. So if they decided to do it, they're going to realize if I do it right there, what will happen? This is what happened to you. Because sometimes, my mother would say some things and I would ignore it coming up as a child. But my mom says to me one time, people keep partying to kill people. So whenever I'm at a party, I'm watching what I'm drinking. You understand? Somebody invite me somewhere and you don't drink. No, I get my own liquor, man. Because my mom instilled a certain way of thinking within my mind. You understand? So if you have a certain type of thinking within your skull, when a certain thing start to occur, you'll be like, nah, I don't do that. You understand? Remember when you was a baby, you didn't know what fire is until you touch it and you get burned. You understand? I know. You understand? And especially in the black community, the parents that be hitting their children, you don't have to hit them. You don't have to hit them, you just got to talk to them. You understand? It's good to hold meeting with them and talk to them and let them know. Once you see your children, they start to analyze things for us, colors and TVs, and start to join to certain things. You got to start to take them aside and talk to them. But you can't let the TV and the movie and the radio and all the you cannot let the TV them raise them. Like I was saying, there was a cut bow down. This is why I repeat that. So if you let the TV be the guidance on them, you're gonna have trouble with them. You know what I'm saying? Your children mind gonna destruct. You understand? You cannot let the children mind destruct. You have to self-destruct. You have to put positive thoughts in them. And it's good to let them know the danger from early. Understand? And sometimes you gotta ask them what road they're gonna choose, and you gotta be a parent unto them. If you were the type of father that do not have your children around, like raising them, separation, go down and put good thoughts in their head, man. Put business thoughts to them, ask them what they want, teach them life, give them self-defense thought. Because when I see my child, I always give them self-defense thought among the world. So I always tell my child from now, even though I do not like grow them, but I always tell them that education is power. Don't let no one take you for a fool. But if they listen to that, that would be better for them. Understand? But if you trick them and they find out, they're going to say, well, you're trying to trick me. My dad told me this, and you start to do it, so I don't do that. You understand? It's good to feed them the danger of the world, especially young women. If you got a daughter or 4 or 5 daughters or 3 or 5, man, you gotta teach your young daughters them about the man world. From young age, you gotta find out how to school them about boyfriend and girlfriend. Understand? Once you see they start to enter that field, you be the mother to start teaching them about boyfriend and girlfriend. Understand? You gotta make sure become the best man, because you know how the world is. And the same thing for the father, man. You gotta start teaching your sons about that, man. If you teach your sons how to choose a woman, man, it will be better off, man. It would avoid like a child support and a lot of things, man. Understand? And if you teach your children about Christianity, if you are a person of the church, you could explain it to them, or you could just tell the children them like about Christianity, like you got Jesus, you got the devil, and you understand? If you're not a person of the Bible, you just tell them, get somebody to teach them that, let them know religion and where it come from, because religion wrote by men. Tell all young people who listen to this audio, religion is just by nature, people wrote that and give rules. But if you want to know whose God is, you just gotta look at nature. How the dog behave, how the dog hunt, how the lion hunt, how the tiger hunt, how the birds they hunt, how the fish and the shark and all that hunt. You understand? You got to do that to overcome it. But parents must always be there for their child. Even words of comfort. Put thoughts in your children's head to keep them alive. Remember, this saga is fiery, fiery, fiery. Wicked, stoke, and start. Blaze them all. Remember to check out Deep Entertainment, STAY, and check out my music like